There's a bit of good news coming out of Ukraine this week. For the first time in 6 months, Kyiv says it can now restart exporting electricity to Europe amid the ongoing invasion from Russia.
Moscow began attacking Ukraine's energy infrastructure last October, triggering widespread power outages across the country at a time when people really needed heat during the winter. CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio is back in London after recently reporting from the front lines. Ramy, tell us, what does this mean? I mean, what does it mean for Ukraine's economy and for just how the war is going?
Sure. Hey, Lilia. And yeah, the takeaway here is that Ukraine is resilient and that Russia's 6-month bombing campaign to turn the lights out and to hurt morale has failed. When I was there, the lights were on, no problem, anywhere we went. And we actually traveled across much of the eastern half of the country. And Ukraine's energy minister now has since thanked his engineers for what he called the titanic work of repairs, and that energy can now flow to countries next door, specifically Moldova, Romania, Slovakia, and Hungary. And that's because Ukraine actually connected to the same grid system that they're on after Russia invaded, basically turning away from the Russian grid system. Ukraine can also supply power to Poland now because they have a separate line there. So this is good news financially for Ukraine's energy companies, specifically for reconstruction. But as for Ukraine's economy, this is still too early to tell. Ukraine's GDP is currently forecast to grow just 1% this year, anemic, and of course that also depends on future Russian attacks.
Ramy, as you know, Russian forces have been attacking Ukraine's energy facilities. How badly was the infrastructure damaged?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, the damage has been staggering, Vlad. Ukraine's electricity transmission company says that Russia fired no less than 1,200 missiles along with drones at its energy facilities across the country, and that every single hydro and thermal plant had been hit. Not only that, they say that Russia's attacks were the biggest attempt to destroy any European country's energy system in recent history. Now, the energy mix here for Ukraine has likely changed too. Before the war, Ukraine got more than half of its electricity from nuclear power. Compare that to the U.S., which is only about 20%. But now that Europe's biggest nuclear plant is in the hands of Russia, which is Zaporizhia, that amount has probably fallen. Also, before the war, coal made up about a quarter of Ukraine's electricity. Hydro, gas, solar, and wind made up the rest. But some other good news is that Ukraine is going to try to shift to renewable energy too, and they're saying that they want to get 25% of its energy from sustainable sources in the next 12 years by the year 2035.
That's an important commitment moving forward. It's good to hear that things are starting to calm on the energy side, but you talked about Ukrainian morale. Talk to us about what life is like there. You were just there, and to what extent are businesses, small businesses, open, and people going about their lives?
Yeah, good question. I would say that there is this kind of gradient of life enjoyment across the country. When we were in Kyiv, the capital, which is basically in the center of the country, aside from the air raid sirens going off now and then, and by the way, you're looking at pictures of what I took in Odessa, Ukraine, in the southeast part of the country. Life was fairly normal. You can see people walking around. It was cold, but lights were on. People were going to KFC just down the street here, and business was pretty normal. But it was the same pretty much everywhere we went. In Kyiv, shopping, McDonald's is open, people hang out at coffee shops. And when we went to Kharkiv, which is Ukraine's second largest city, and this is a city that's just 20 miles from the Russian border, it definitely felt more muted because we were that much closer to the shelling. But again, life carried on. There was even, I remember, a karaoke lounge where we saw a bunch of people singing and dancing. And I think this is important to remember because so much of what we cover, what I've covered, what we've all covered, is the shelling, is the tragedy, is the death. But the Ukrainians that we met on our trip have really, really learned to be amazingly resilient, and they're living their lives as best they can.
All right, Ramy Inocencio for us in London. Ramy, as always, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.